Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new tutorial series I started for row scale. I noticed the last one was made 5 years ago and is really outdated because the row scale community has evolved so much since then. And so, yeah, I decided to start this and hopefully show people how to, you know, work and make like a pro developer. All right, so to start off here, we are going to need a few things. So first off, I linked it in the description, but you're gonna need this plugin called Archimedes. I think I said that right. And this will basically allow you to duplicate a part at an angle from the original object. It, Here, I'll demonstrate here. You place down a part and say I want this to go 5 degrees out this way, and boom. Now there's a part 5 degrees that way. And that is vital to being a modern day row scale developer, and especially doing scenery, trackage, just basically everything. It's a plugin you want to use. And then second thing before we're able to start here is uh, this will be linked in the description, but if you that doesn't work, then in your toolbox, um, search up row scale tutorial kit. Alright, so I have loaded in mine from my own toolbox, so it was a bit different for me, but I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. So you'll notice we have 5 boxes here. Today we're only going to focus on the vid1 section, because it's the first video. So go ahead and ungroup this, and let's drag our vid1 box over here and ungroup it again. And you'll notice we have both wooden and concrete tracks here. And so today I'm going to show you guys how to lay down tracks, and we're basically just going to make a nice loop over here. So drag our track out here. Let's drag it a bit over to the left so it doesn't hit the box. So fire up Archimedes and go to your X2 for direction and set your angle to 0. Now we're going to go ahead and render a few of these, about 3, that'll work. Alright, so we're going to make one more here. And now what we want to do is uh, turn off Archimedes, either click the enabled button or close it out. And now hold down Control and Alt, which will allow you to select individual parts of the track, or any model for anything. So go ahead and grab this, and then use a scale tool, and let's drag it all the way back here. Okay, the size doesn't really matter, but you do want it to be significantly shorter. Just make sure that we grab these other parts and we make them the exact same length. Just like so. Alright, boom. Now we have a shorter version of the track. And what we want to do is fire back up Archimedes, have our angle to x2, and then let's set our angle to about 2 degrees. Now you'll notice in the bottom here it says render all 179. If you were to press that, that would make a full circle of the track you currently have. We do not want to do a full circle. We want to do half of that, so we'll split this number in half, which would be 90. Half of 180 is 90. I know it says 179, but go ahead and set it to 90, and then that will automatically make half a loop for us. Now, instead of stretching this track back out, you want to come over here, and then you can use Control D, which will create a copy of this. Set your increment to 0.1, and then drag your track to the other side of the loop. And this is mostly lined up, but sometimes that won't always work out for you. So what I like to do is come over here and you grab the edge of the rail and then line it up with this edge of the rail, and that will make it as smooth of a transition as possible. So let's go ahead and grab this, set the angle back to 0, set the mount back to 1. Now, if you click swap sides here, it'll flip the track over to this side, and now render 3 here. Make sure it's the same length as the other side, and then, well, we could just make another track here and then shorten it and all that. Not going to do that today. We are going to grab this track and then Control D and move it over to this side. And now we have the exact same length track. Make sure it is lined up with the end of the track. You can see it's not exactly here, so we'll use that trick again, going real close. And might work better with this rail. There we go. Now it's perfectly lined up. So grab this, turn on your Archimedes, and we want this to be completely symmetrical. So press 2, click swap sides, 90 again, and we have created a loop successfully. Yeah, make sure to go back if you missed any of this, but that's the basics of track laying. Before we do close out, though, I would like to show how to do tilted curves, because I've had a lot of questions about that. So, this is going to be a really rugged, fast way of doing it. There's ways to make it way smoother, but are way more time consuming. So the way I like to do it is I set my rotate increment to 1, click on your rotate tool, and we'll tilt this 1 degree inwards. Now, you'll notice, if you have the Properties tab open, whenever I flip this, the X value changes positive, or negatively, sorry. And so, the way I do it is you tilt this 1 degree, and then go to the other side, and set this to 1 degree, or -1, because that's what shows up on here. And now, if we usually want more extreme tilt than 1 degree, so I'll come over here and do 2, and we could go around the track and just do 2 all the way through, but one time-saving measure I like to do is you hold down here, drag, and select all of the curved pieces, and make sure you leave out the first piece that's set to 1 degree, because that's going to smooth out how our train interacts with the curve. So, go ahead, grab everything here, make sure that the beginning piece isn't selected, but everything else is. And now, go to your transform over here, orientation, and then we remember from tilting this piece that we want to type in -2 here, and boom, that is a complete tilted curve. You can come over here and see that the tracks are indeed tilted. But, so yeah, there's your basics of track laying and how to do tilted curves. Catch you in the next